It's week 8 of the NFL. All eyes are on Cooper Kupp. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Rams and the Thunderbirds on Sunday Night Primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Toronto Thunderbirds. Brandon Gaudin here with Charles Davis. As always, as CD, you look at the Rams in this matchup, but with how good they have been, it's not often that we can say they come into a game truly facing a challenge. But, Charles, that's the case this week.
Absolutely. What a challenge it is, because they're now coming into this one, and they don't exactly have a clear advantage, something that they usually possess in every game they play with the way that they throw the football. I can't wait to see if they change things, if they emphasize different things than we've seen throughout this season, how they'll go about trying to move the ball downfield.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Now Hughes throwing to start the drive. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Operating from the gun, Hughes. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Looking to throw, Hughes. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Dances by him. Now a hit and a loose football. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. Steps away. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. from the 21. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 18 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
To throw is Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Stafford. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
To throw is Hughes. Back to the air on 2nd down. He'll get this to Eckler. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Hughes on 3rd down. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 68 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. To throw on 3rd down, Hughes. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Stafford on 3rd down. And the hook up here, and the ball is knocked out. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Up the middle with Ekeler. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Draw play. It's Ekeler. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Hughes. And he slings one that's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hughes. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, Stafford here. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Hughes. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Hughes firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Hughes looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Hughes. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. L.A. set to take over again on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Stafford on 1st down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They started on the ground with Eckler. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Hughes.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Hughes now on 1st down.
And pass caught. It's Williams.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Hughes. He finds his man, complete. It's Rose. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. He picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now Hughes on 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Rose.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 9.
To throw is Hughes. To throw on 3rd down. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jameson Williams.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That score is not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here's Stafford.
That one caught downfield by Howard.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On first down, it's Stafford. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. On second and inches, Stafford. Robinson's got it.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson, 28 yards.
And the Rams are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end, and the lead will hold at 10. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw again on second down. Stafford
looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the visiting Steelers who were able to walk away with the road victory. Najee Harris a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for our home team, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Aiden Hutchinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I can say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Hughes. And this is incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start this drive. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Stafford now to throw.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved it on their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's Hughes to throw on 2nd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Back to throw. Hughes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Well, they bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
To throw is Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Play action. Stafford out to his left. And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Stafford. Man open is Robinson.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, they'll go to the... And he loses the football a second time. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And this one is right through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rose. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Hughes on 3rd and 2. Hard throw, incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. That's taken on the 25. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to Toronto. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. On 2nd and 7, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Stafford. Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, Hughes. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They want every battle. A lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Stafford. That's caught by Howard. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now it's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Hughes now throwing to start the drive.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
A handoff, it's Eckler. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw. Hughes eluding the pressure right.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers. That's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hughes.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Hughes from the gun on 3rd down.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game. And he's got a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Back to throw again. On the screen, this is Eckler. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
He's out of bounds at the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
On the give, this is Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 70. And the Thunderbirds look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 53 remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing again is Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
False start, offense.
From back at the 8 now after the false start, another try at 1st and goal. Here's Stafford. Caught on a slant. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their home.
Got so many memories.